or the next commas. If you don't have any question, I'm going to the class, to the lecture. In our second chapter, we exercised the production possibility frontiers, if you remember, and then did some applications which is not comprehensively. Then I have given to you this assignment to do with the chapter 3, which is combined. Today I'm going to give you these applications together. If you remember, this production possibility frontier was the, of course, introductory part to you for being able to understand how the producers dependent to this production operation process. And this production possibility frontier is the, of course, curve where shows the production capacity of any X producer of any country. Here we are in microeconomics and we are concentrating, of course, the individual or firm's activities. And due to this reason, we are exercising the production possibility frontiers for some producers. And here it is given any curve where it is illustrated for the butter and for guns in a company. And this nonlinear curve indicates the production capacity of the producer. And as you are observing here, this blue line is the maximum capacity of this production or of this company or of this country, any what you are calling. And this is then, of course, indicates the combination of these two products on this curve. If it is on this curve, it is the indication that this is, of course, full capacity working or producing. And if it is below, let's say if it is in A, point A, this is, I think I have to speak a little bit slowly because you are requesting me to speak slowly. It will be better for you. And this is then, of course, point A is the capacity where they are not working fully, and point X is the overproduction. So-called producer cannot achieve this production if they are not enlarging and increasing their production factors or the existing conditions. On this curve, or from this production curve, we are trying to understand this opportunity cost, because we are using this production with some factors of production which is somehow require some cost. And in economics, we have to analyze most of these factors effects to the production and, of course, to the price. And production and opportunity cost is becoming somehow very important in this aspect. As you see, there is here some explicit and implicit costs, and if you are concentrating to the production and opportunity cost, you have to understand this explicit and implicit costs. All costs or not all costs involve directly monetary outlays, and economists distinguish between explicit cost and implicit cost, as it is mentioned before. The explicit cost is the cost where involve direct monetary outlay, and implicit costs do not involve outlays of cash. Therefore, we have to make clear distinguish between this cost for being able to understand the impact of this cost or production operation process in the market. The production possibility frontier, if you're going to flash back our knowledge, is the curve where it shows the maximum possible production level of one commodity for any production level of another, given the existing levels of the factors of production and the state of technology. Therefore, of course, in the coming chapters, we will start to exercise these functions, the components of this production. But from now on, you are, of course, probably aware of that the production function or the production factors are the land, labor, capital, and available technology. Therefore, any of these factors affecting and changing the production capacity if we are concentrating to any business. And points outside this production possibility curve are unattainable with existing resources and technology if trade does not occur with an external producer. And without trade, each country consumes only what it produces. As you are understanding, the supply curve is dependent to this production possibility frontier, and it is inside of this curve where it is illustrated in the graphic. As you see, if it is below or on the curve, we are supposing this is the capacity of this domestic producer, and if it is above, where it is X, let's say, it is not available with this existing production factors, with the existing production capacity, and it should be covered with externalities or with external producers, so-called, it should be imported. And without trade, this is not achieved. And each country consumes only in this capacity which is produced. And however, because of specialization and trade, the absolute quantity of goods available for consumption is higher than the quantity that would be available under national economical self-sufficiency. Therefore, we are trying to enlarge and increase this capacity for becoming more self-sufficient and becoming more independent. As much as your production and your resources reduce and you're not able to produce and consume internally, you will become more dependent to the externalities and external factors and other nations. This is not good for the economy. Due to this reason, we are always supporting and producing sufficiently, and we are contribute to increase this capacity as much as possible with this support of the governments or with support of subsidies and other direct payments for becoming more independent and becoming more economically powerful and having some challenging power in the international markets. The production positive frontier and the opportunity cost, when we are going to combine these two expressions, the production positive frontier, as I said to you before, shows the maximum combination of factors that can be produced. And if we are moving on this curve to up and down, let's say we have here two combination of service and goods, then is of course giving you some opportunity cost. If you are increasing and decreasing from A to B or B to A, this will then give some cost. Either you are giving up some or you are increasing some. Therefore, the opportunity cost is the increasing consumption of services is the four goods of foregone. As you are observing here, we are supposing that moving from A to B will lead to increase in services from 21 to 27, but the opportunity cost is is for letting the 20 units of goods to get some lesser units of goods, 18, which is somehow reduction of 4 units is required for getting more services from 21 to 27. Due to this reason, this is then of course the opportunity cost for giving up something to getting something. And this is then, of course, very important for being able to understand this production possibility frontier, because on this curve, the combination of these two production or service is always giving you this similar production capacity of this combination, of course, similar possibilities with the existing conditions which is used in the production operation process. And the opportunity cost is going to be defined as the value of the next best alternative that is foregone when another alternative is chosen. This means you have to give up something to get something. An opportunity cost or alternative cost is the loss of potential gain from other alternatives when one particular alternative is chosen over the others. And what you sacrifice will be divided to what you gain, gives you the opportunity cost. And from this aspect, when we are looking to the sunk cost, is the cost that have already been incurred or happened and cannot be recovered. And non-sunk costs that are incurred only if a particular decision is made, thus avoided if decision is not made. For the reason non-sunk costs are also called avoidable cost. Therefore, sunk cost, if it is in subject, then this means you cannot change it. And if it is non-sunk cost is in subject, then you can avoid because the decision is not already realized. When we are looking again to this opportunity cost, you are observing here, we have the quantity produced when you are not producing CDs and only producing TV. You have 3,000 units.
Excuse me?
Yes, please. Yes.
I can't see anything. My screen is white. I don't know if it's my network or...
Probably it is your network, but I can quit and come to let you see whether you are able to see, because sometimes this happens. You want me to quit and come? Or if I am going to wait a little bit,
quit and come back.
Everybody is seeing these slides? Are you able to see these slides?
Yes, sir, we're able to see.
Yes, I can see it.
Probably, Gabriel, this is your internet server.
Okay.
I can.
The rest can see the screen.
What it was white? Yeah, Gabriel, I think this is your screen. You quit and come again.
It's still white.
You quit and come.
White screen.
It is white. But
yeah,
the
it's still white.
Other students able to see.
I can see, sir.
You quit and come. This will be better. If you want, you can quit and come. You want to do this, or shall I have to? Gabriel, you are going to quit and come? I think he...
Yeah, I have done something.
Nothing changed?
Yes, no change.
Nothing changed? Okay.
No change.
I don't know why it is so, because the student says okay. I don't know really. Probably the speed of this server creating problem. Henry Ayetin. I will continue if you don't mind. Okay. Is okay? Shall I have to continue or quit and come again? Is everything okay for you? Do you want me to quit and come again, or is it okay?
I'm still seeing a white screen. I don't know what the rest.
I think this is your internet connection.
Okay.
This is not from me, because you have the other student says okay. Isn't it? You are okay. You are watching this screen. You are able to see this screen.
Yes, sir. We are.
Okay. The production possibility frontiers. Okay, the production possibility frontiers, which is illustrated here with the opportunity cost aspect. As I said to you, if you don't produce any CD, you have 3,000 TV production, and if you don't produce TV, you will have 2,000 CD. Therefore, either you are going to produce 3,000 TV or 2,000 CD, or you may combine these two productions, which is mostly in the holdings or group of companies. Realize you are preferring this combination for being able to more promote and more market capacity will be enlarged with this diversification and with enlarging of this capacity with different production and different production possibilities. The point E, which is illustrated here, is supposed to be the best possible for this company. Let's say this is a company. or it can be a country, but we say this is a company because we are in micro, as I said. And at point E, it is supposed there are 2,000 TV and 1,000 units of CD produced and distributed to the market. And if it is realized at point E, there is, of course, as I said to you, 2,000 and 1,000 units of combination, and the rest of the production is supposed to be surplus. If you're going to produce, or if you're going to, you have the capacity to enlarge to 2,000 and to the CD to 2,000, and this is then, of course, available market or available production combination in this company or in this country. And above this is not possible if you are not going to change these factors of production or enlarging this capital market to the higher level. And below B, as it is indicated here, if it is below or below this production possible frontier, PPF, there is a point B where 1,000 units of TV and 500 units of CD produced, and this is then, of course, lower capacity production, and you have to change and enlarge this to the higher level if you are wishing to get better off in the market. And point D is also another combination which is illustrated here, and point D and E is giving the similar production possible frontier but different combination of TV and CD, but point B is, of course, below this curve, says it is, of course, lower capacity production, and it should be enlarged and increased to the production possible frontier, which is illustrated. And here we are having this production positive frontier, which is given to you in the application, and another example is given to you for being able to understand how you are going to calculate this opportunity cost when you are moving from D to E or from E to D. What will happen to the opportunity cost? And when you are looking to this example which is given to you, as I said to you, the opportunity cost is the return on option not chosen will be subtracted from the return on chosen option, which is going to be. Then therefore, we are going to calculate these changes and estimating with the opportunity cost. I think my screen is okay. Something, okay, I have to quit and come again because probably Gabriel will see now because I also quit. Okay, it's going to be open. Are you able to see Gabriel now or no?
No, I'm still seeing a white screen.
That's a problem. If you have any question, you will ask me. If you don't have any question, I will go through. I hope you are understand because we have done this already. And I'm coming to the example which we are going to do for the opportunity cost. You don't have, we are going to calculate these differences. If we are going to move from E to D or D to E, what will happen? Of course, we are not concentrating to this example, but I'm going to give you more simplest numbers for being able to understand the opportunity cost calculation. The opportunity cost is the move from A to B, and you have to give up something to get something. Therefore, return on option not chosen and return on chosen option will be subtracted to get the opportunity cost. Here it is given the production from A, B, C, and of course the two products is of course given in this example, the CD and TV, as I have given to you in the former graphic. Then we have here 10 units CD for A and 0 units for TV. And for the B, point B, we have 5 units of CD and 10 units of TV, and we have at point C 0 units of CD and 20 units of TV. Therefore, when you are looking to these 3 points, you are observing moving from A to B and B to C, you have always 5 units change for the CD and 10 units change for the TV. This is the indication of the opportunity cost from moving A to B and B to C. Therefore, if you want to calculate the opportunity cost of TV to CD, you may say 10 unit TV is 5 unit CD. The differences between A, B, C is going to be estimated here. You are understanding for estimating the opportunity cost. And if you want to estimate the unit opportunity cost, then you are going to calculate now opportunity cost of one TV or one CD. We are going to calculate first the TV is going to be divided 10 to 10 is 5 to 10. Then this is then of course indication one TV is going to be of course replaced or substituted with half CD. Therefore, the opportunity cost of these substitutions will help us to make some trade determination, or we are going to determine our trade capacity regarding to this substitution, regarding to these changes with the opportunity cost. And the opportunity cost of the CD is 5 to 5. 5 divided to 5 is going to be 10 to 5. 10 divided to 5 then will gives you 1 CD is equal to 2 TV. Therefore, when you are going to make some trade arrangements, you have to calculate this opportunity cost for being able to understand what will going to happen to your market when you are going to start your trade relations, or your replacing your preferences regarding to the TV or CD. In reasonable traders, of course, here starts to produce more TV. Opportunity cost, when we are going to concentrate it to the people or to the employee, the opportunity cost for Lisa is supposed to be, which is given on the graphic on the table, is production for CD and TV is for the Lisa 5 units for CD and 3 units for TV, and for Thomas is 10 units for CD and 2 units for TV. Therefore, the opportunity cost for Lisa is supposed to be 5 divided to 5 for the CD is going to be equal to 3 divided to 5. This then this CD, the differences between again A, B, C. And then of course, when you are going to calculate the opportunity cost for Thomas, 10 divided to 10 is going to be this CD, and 2 divided to 5 is going to be for the TV. Then you are going to determine which option is preferable for you when you are going to employ these 2 people to your company. You are understanding? And when we are calculating the comparative advantages and absolute advantages from this regard, from this opportunity cost, we are having some application which is given to you in your assignment. If you remember this, China and Austria is supposed to be the trade partners, and they are producing iron ore and cars, and we are trying to understand the best possible options to become a trade partner when they have producing these 2 products in their countries and want to become a trade partner. Do you remember this assignment? Do you remember this given assignment to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we suppose here a country is said to have absolute advantage if it can produce a good or service more efficiently than other country. The absolute advantage, as I have given to you, is the real cost advantage. And when you are looking here, you are not going to concentrate to the opportunity cost, but you are going to concentrate to the real cost advantages. And real cost advantages is only indicated the numbers which is given here. And here, as you are observing, China becomes more productive or more advantageous because they are producing 80 iron ore and 100 cars and becoming more advantageous regarding or compare relative to the Austria, which is 70 units iron ore and 50 units cars. And this is, of course, for the absolute advantages, which is theory introduced by Adam Smith, and only the absolute advantages is not enough for becoming a trade partner, for concentrating to the international market structure, because we have to calculate the opportunity cost and the productivity and the unit cost advantages for being able to become a trade partner and become more profitable business in the international platform. Due to this, is an absolute advantages, or Adam Smith's absolute advantages theory is not anymore valid for the economical applications. It is only a theory, and it is not valid for the current or today's conditions. And the comparative advantage is becoming more profitable and becoming more popular in the liberal economical approach, because comparative advantages is, of course, more preferable, because we are going to calculate the opportunity cost and the relative cost advantages of the producers, and then we are going to become more better off in the trade when you are calculating the comparative advantages of the producers. Calculating absolute and comparative advantages, as I said to you, is not difficult. We are going to consider again the world trade, where there are only two countries and producing two goods, iron ore and cars, as I have given to you on the table. The table shows China can produce 80 units of iron ore and 100 units of cars, whilst Australia can produce 70 units of iron ore and 50 units of car. And China is said to have an absolute advantage in both iron ore and cars, as it can produce more of both goods, as I said to you, because we are concentrating in the absolute advantages only to the real cost advantages. Only the amount of the production is going to be calculated and estimated, and then you are going to compare with the other nations' capacity, and you say this country is more preferable for the becoming a trade partner. However, this is not, of course, realistic approach when we are concentrating to the liberal economy and when we are having this comparative advantages theory in front of us. Therefore, we have to calculate the relative cost advantages of the traders, and then we may decide which country is going to become better off or become a trade partner in international platform. I hope you are understanding. The comparative advantages is a little more complicated. Of course, since absolute advantages is only concentrates to the numbers of the production, then comparative advantages, where we are going to consider the comparative advantages and the opportunity cost, where they have the lowest opportunity cost and they have the lower relative cost regarding to the others, then you are going to become a trade partner. Then it is becoming more complicated compared to the absolute advantages. For calculating the comparative advantages, we are using the opportunity cost, as I said to you, for each good and services. Step 1, calculate the opportunity cost of each good from each country. We need to calculate the opportunity cost of 1 unit of iron ore from each country first, for being able to determine which country is producing better off and having the advantages for becoming the trade partner. The China's opportunity cost of 1 unit of iron ore is going to be estimated when we have the 80 units of iron ore or 100 cars. Therefore, 80 iron ore is supposed to be equal to 100 cars. and we need to make it 1 iron ore, so we divide both sides by the 80 for being able to determine the 1 unit of iron ore's opportunity cost, as we did in the former example. Therefore, we are dividing 80 iron ore to the 80 for being able to estimate the advantages or comparative advantages and the iron ore, which is going to give us 1 iron ore, and then we are going to divide the 100 cars to the 80 iron ore, will gives us the 1.25 cars, which is a little bit higher. Hence, 1 iron is supposed to be 1.25 cars, which means 1 iron ore is becoming more preferable because it is having some advantages, and then of course cheaper in the production operation process. Or you may say you are going to produce cars, then you are going to determine depending to the other option where we are going to calculate. Now, the Australia's opportunity cost is supposed to be similarly. Australia's opportunity cost of 1 unit of iron ore can produce 70 iron ore or 50 cars. Therefore, 70 iron ores is supposed to be equal to 50 cars, which is not, but we are going to assume for the opportunity cost estimation, and we need to make it 1 iron ore, so we divide both sides to the 70 for being able to determine this opportunity cost, this disparities or differences in the countries for making some trade or having some trade relations. 7 iron ores divided to 70 is going to give you the 1 iron ore, and 50 cars dividing to the 70 iron ore will give you 0.71 cars. Therefore, here is becoming the iron ore more advantageous, and hence this is then means 1 iron ore is equal to 0.71 cars, which is of course questionable. This opportunity cost will give you more clear understanding for becoming a trade partner. We now need to calculate the opportunity cost of 1 unit of cars from each country. This is the same process as we did, but we are using 1 unit of car instead of this. China's opportunity cost of 1 unit of car then will become 100 cars of or 80 iron ores. Therefore, 100 cars is supposed to be 80 iron ore. We need to make it 1 car, so we divide both sides by 100. Therefore, 100 cars divided 100 is going to give you 1 car, and 80 iron ore divided 100 is going to give you 0.80 iron ore. Hence, 1 car is equal to 0.8 iron ore. Therefore, when you are going to have some trade relations, then you have to question, because you are not going to get 1-to-1, which is in the trade is supposed to be better. But as you see here, when you are going to give 1 car, you will get 0.80 iron ore. Therefore, it is questionable. Do you have to do these relations, these trade relations, or not? Because you are going to get always, you have to pay always more for getting more car, isn't it? Therefore, Australia can produce a 50 cars or 70 iron ore. Therefore, 50 cars is equal to 70 iron ores. And we are going to do the same process. 50 cars divided to 50 will give you 1 car, and 70 iron divided to 50 will give you 1.54 iron ore. Therefore, 170 iron ore when it is divided to this 50 cars, then will give you 1.4 iron ore, which means 1 car will give you more iron ore. Hence, 1 car is equal to 1.4 iron ore.